Hey everybody, on today's episode of You Can Do Anything with AI, I'm going to show you how I entered an entirely new domain, which is cybersecurity, to build an application to help SOC analysts analyze logs. It was a really exciting journey. Here I worked to redefine and explore the way that the two edges of development meet in the middle. So the way I describe this is that when we started programming with AI-driven development, we started with functionality and then moved towards observability. And this works great if you're creating new functionalities, maybe that are original or that seem more challenging, like let's say something unique. Let's say like you want to upload thousands of gigabytes, a terabyte of files of photos. So you might want to design like a batch upload and like persistence or like saving logic. So maybe you wouldn't want to start with the UI. But on the other hand, for a lot of the work that I've been doing that was maybe more UI focused, I was beginning with observability based development, building out my UI, and kind of making sure that my action was leading to a desired outcome. So, here in this project, which I'm calling SOCer, I worked to merge in the middle. I built a framework, a page layout, obviously with the help of Claude and ChatGPT. And then from there, I worked to build the file upload system, the parsing system, as well as the analytics. From this, I was exploring, I was forced to enter a domain that I was uncomfortable with and from which I grew. SOC analysts, what are the anomalies that you're required to detect, and how can we actually make their lives easier? So I focused on a few things. One, you may that they might find an individual entry in a log, and that my individual entry could indicate something that is suspicious, but also groups of entries coming from similar IP addresses or within a short amount of time could together represent certain security vulnerabilities or malicious activity. So I focused on those. Was able to discover several types of displayable of researchable components and to build kind of from my logs that were AI generated and inspired by NSS and Zscaler to work at that conjunction. How do I get my log file into the format that is most useful to a SOCer? Is what I'm calling someone who uses my this technology. So soccer-olive.vercellapp.com. This will be deployed. We can use my same password, which is the same for basically all of my local URL. Why isn't this going? Oh, right. I was trying to use an old password. This is, you can upload here. I'm providing the file, the log file down here for anybody who is able to receive the 10x. Here we can already view. It uploads pretty quickly. Say it's a 500 events. View analysis. So if you look at the analysis page after a smooth login powered by Supabase, Postgres with RLS policies, we could look at my top stats, top level stats about the logs. We have 500 events, 22 unique users in the events, 106 were blocked, so that's a fifth, 75 anomalies. So I'm not sure what's typical in this space, but GPT generated my logs from the inspiration from the NSS guidelines. So here it's still even highlighted. So going back, top categories, business use productivity, very nice. Got like a distribution. Top active users. So we're getting a lot of requests from these different users. And these are getting flagged as anomalous. So let's go check out our anomalies tab. We can mark this as a files positive or view related logs out of scope currently and see explanations. Blocked access your menu. Compromise. We could go to our timeline and see how much anomalous activity versus non-anomalous activity is predicted to be happening um, on over time, and then we could see our lives, our logs themselves. We got a user or IP written as an email address. We have a action is allowed, category, and so on and so forth. We have 11 pages. So how are we flagging anomalies? Mark it as false positives, maybe approve it, so on and so forth. We have confidence. How confident are we? The way we're flagging this is we're flagging it with rules-based, basically by number of logs per user, and this is only a first step. We can do this with using machine learning. We just need more data sets. We'd be training on models on data sets where some logs are labeled as malicious or anomalous, and some are, and others aren't in the test. We could use, I found that simple LLMs are actually very creative at navigating, or at least providing a narrative for maybe a group of activity or the flow that a user might be interacting with your logs, etc. And in conclusion, I thought this was a very interesting, fun project. I could see myself digging deeper, understanding more the processes and the jobs to be done of SOC analysts. It seems from ads that I've been getting on YouTube since beginning this topic that the role of SOC analysts, as well as companies aiming to achieve SOC 2 compliance, that can be quite tedious and frustrating. So any AI tools in the space that reduce those pain points could actually bode very well in the market. Thank you for watching. Like and subscribe, as they say, and reach out if you have any questions. Take care.